Yo, what's going on, man? This is the Steagles podcast, and we're back for another episode. This is episode number 3, preseason week number 3, and we got a lot in store for you guys that we're going to talk about. We got some interesting stuff, some rumors, some trades, some stuff that went down while we were gone, my experience from going to the game, the last preseason game. Also going to be talking about our division leaders and our season recap from last year. So you already know what time it is. This is the Steagles podcast where we talk about all Steelers, all Eagles, all NFL. Let's go. All right. So we've been talking a lot about this the Steagles Hall of Fame that we got going on here. We seen a post that we put on just to tease you guys a little bit, and you guys went crazy commenting on there. So we got a lot of good names that we want to, we're going to try to include. Obviously, some were very obvious. Some were some wrenches. Like we said, we didn't want any wrenches, and some people are in there throwing some crazy wrenches, but it is what it is. So this is the Steagles Hall of Fame, and we're just going to give you 5 names we would like for you guys to consider and vote on. We're not sure we're going to have a poll up yet, or we're just going to put the names down on a status and have you guys comment down below. More than likely, it's going to be on a Facebook post. This is where we have a lot of our fans watching as well. So I want to say, let me give my list real quick.
Yeah, we need some help. We're trying to get some help from you guys. You're going to let us know what player you think is the best on each team. We're gonna throw out some names, and you guys are gonna decide. We're gonna vote, and then we're gonna talk about how we're gonna decide who's gonna be the first person in the Steagles Hall of Fame.
First inductee to our Steagles Hall of Fame. Correct. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you my Eagles
for
list.
The Eagles?
That these names popped up a lot. Obviously,
Probably
I agree
only
with
have
some
like
of these.
2 names out there.
What? You crazy, man.
2 names.
So obviously, the one I think that's so obvious, Reggie White. You know what I'm saying? That man had a crazy career with us. Sadly, he got traded. And I think if he never got traded, he would be even more of an Eagles great. But in my opinion, he's the all-time Eagles great.
A lot of people saying Reggie White was their first vote.
Yeah. So Reggie White. Then we got Mr. Donovan McNabb. You guys know what he did for us, man. We went to 3 straight NFC conference championships. Didn't win them all. We won 1, but the guy got us there. You know what I'm saying? Him and T.O. Was playing good at some point. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely done a lot for us as far as the quarterback movement and that dual threat quarterback that we had going on here in Philadelphia. You know, it started really with Cunningham. Then you got McNabb that came in there, and then you got Vic that came in there for a little bit, and now we got Jalen Hurts. So, Donovan McNabb definitely one of the top quarterbacks for the Eagles history. You have, right? That's 2 so far. So after that, of course, Brian Dawkins. You already know what time it is with him, man. Like, this is Brian Dawkins we talking about.
That is my favorite Eagles player of all time. So crazy hard hitter.
And, who brings that intensity like that?
So much passion for the game. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Give me a player that might have bring that intensity like he does. I have not until this day seen somebody that hype. Maybe I don't want to bring him up. I don't give no Ravens any credit, but, you already know what I'm about to say. But that guy, he had that too, but we won't bring that up. All right, so next one we have, and he's still currently playing, is Jason Kelce.
Okay.
I thought that was that was a good one because Jason Kelce is definitely a walking legend right now for the Eagles. We really appreciate everything he's done for us.
Really love, and
one of the
best
centers, not even just for the Eagles, in the NFL all time
history.
Yes, so
I agree.
And then of course another quarterback that I named earlier, Randall Cunningham. So that rounds up my 5 for the potential. One of them will get picked to be the potential first inductee for our Steagles Hall of Fame. All right.
So when you vote, you can only vote for one. You probably like a lot of these players or all these players, but we're looking for one. We're gonna pick one first.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna see how we're gonna figure out everything else.
They might have a harder time picking the Steelers, man. Tell them what.
So the Steelers, this is what we have. This is like an all-star, all history, all everything. This is best of the best of the best. We have Mean Joe Green. Everybody knows how legendary this guy is. We have the hard hitter Mel Blount, crazy hard hitter safety back in the day. Troy Polamalu. It's one of my favorite players of all time.
That's probably my favorite Steeler, if anything. That's probably my favorite.
It's a popular player,
Yeah.
in all different generations. And Terry Bradshaw will be the next one. Another superstar back in the day. Too many rings, you know what I'm saying? And the Buzz, Jerome Bettis, is another one that had a lot of votes, or a lot of people were mentioning the Buzz as one of the best players, and who they think should be in the Steagles Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So that is our list, guys. We're gonna put the names on the status below on the clip that we're gonna make after this podcast, so that we can post it and you guys can vote, because that's the goal. But if you're listening to this, then we want you guys to go over to our Facebook page at the Steagles Podcast, and then you can also vote for this poll that we got going on now, so that we can get this information in and we can get our induction in. Hopefully we haven't decided when we're gonna decide, but we want to get those votes in. We want you guys to get them opinions in, so that we can make our decision, our end, based on what you guys tell us, and then we let you guys know who will be the first Eagle and the first Steagle. I'm sorry, the first, that just comes out naturally now. I don't know why.
Steagle is
the
catchy.
first Eagle, the first Steeler to be the first Steagles Hall of Fame inductees. All right,
and we need your help. So you guys are gonna be part of this process. So
Yes.
it's not just once again, like we always say, this is not just about us. It's not about the Steelers. It's not about the Eagles. It's about you guys, the fans, the Steelers community, Eagles community, NFL community, and this is like a local podcast. This is not, this is not about just DJ Baez and Ed. This is about all of us and anybody who wants to be involved, just to share and express themselves.
you got it. You guys know what it is. So on this next topic, we're going to be talking about the 2022 season recap, which is fresh to everybody's, memory, hopefully. If not, there's a problem there. But I would say, some teams, their season ended super early, so it's been a long time since.
You're like a Cardinals fan. You don't want to remember anything.
Nothing. So obviously for me, I started off, my Eagles. We all know what happened, man. We had a magical season. We went 14-3. Hurts don't get hurt.
Right. He was looking like an MVP, right?
Yeah, he was looking like the MVP. I think if Hurts doesn't get hurt, we can at least go 16-1. I think we could have had that. But it is what it is. We're not gonna sit here and complain about what could have and couldn't happen. But I feel like we had a great season, and I can't be mad. Jalen Hurts was runner-up for MVP, which I think he had an awesome season. Again, he doesn't get hurt. I think he wins MVP. Then we get into the playoffs, and we just start rolling, man. Like, we were rolling at the beginning of the season, then we had a little patch, but we still were winning. And then, boom, we just go into the playoffs, and we just steamed the Giants. We steamed the 49ers, and we'll wait to talk about, the rest of that after he tells you guys how his Steelers did last season. But, yeah, magical season. Great play from everybody. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, just breaking records every game. It felt like our defense breaking records every game. Yep. I felt like it was just a awesome, magical season.
Were you surprised? Were you surprised of the season?
I was surprised.
The
at
performance and the record.
How well we were clicking for, having A.J. Brown for the first year. And, just the year before we went 9-8, which was great. It was better than the year before that. So they showed like they were improving. But at the same time, I was not expecting 14-3.
I wasn't expecting anything like that, but honestly, early after a few games, I know I told a few people like the Eagles are looking good. I don't want to say this, I don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
I actually don't like what I'm seeing, but they look like a solid team. And throughout the year, you guys were pretty consistent.
Yeah,
and that's what happens. Like, some teams, they have a good start, but then they fall off, and then some teams they don't have a good start, and then when they really want to start doing work, it's too late. So
that's true.
Yeah, the Eagles had a great season. I agree on that.
Yeah, I think we weren't the best run defense, and that was one of our flaws. But aside of that, our lines were amazing, man.
Right.
Our offensive line, number one in the league, if you ask me. I'm pretty sure we hold that title. And then our defensive line, man, we got 70 sacks just rushing 4 people.
Right. Crazy,
just 4 people. So just imagine what the potential we have for this year. But yes, talking about potential, You guys always got potential.
Well, potential, that's something that we can look forward to because, like I always say, in the past, it's been really disappointing. The last few years with the Steelers, things are looking better, which is positive. So last year we had a 9-8 record. It was our first year without Big Ben. I know that's something different.
Yeah.
And Big Ben was a great player for a long time, but nothing lasts forever. So it was about time. It was so bad. I was starting to think that maybe we needed like a new head coach. Like I was feeling like Mike Tomlin had lost his voice, and it was a lot of things going on and things that were not the way they were supposed to. But I felt like something has to change, and part of it was the quarterback. I think the coach has the team playing back the way that they're supposed to, and I see more discipline and professionalism. So so Big Ben left. It was about time, and now we have a new quarterback and new weapons too. So I'm more optimistic this year. But like I said, last year we didn't make the playoffs. We lost a tiebreaker to the Dolphins. Last episode I talked about how we haven't beat a good or great team in the last 5, 6, 7 years. I honestly don't remember, other than the Ravens. Because once again, Ravens, even when they don't have a good record, you know they're a solid team. They're gonna play hard.
Defense is always
they're scary to play with against because they're always gonna bring their A game and they compete. The Ravens compete, and sometimes they compete and they're stacked too.
Yeah.
So other than the Ravens, that's a divisional game. It's always like close game. So that really for me doesn't count. But other than the Ravens, we haven't beat a good team. This year is gonna be the first year that we beat a solid team because based on what I've seen, I think we're gonna do better.
Based on the schedule?
Based on the schedule and based on on what I've seen, just mindset wise, they're gonna do better. So I think this year we're finally gonna beat some decent teams because we haven't beat any good team the last 5
I think
years.
with you guys winning week 1, they stamp what you're saying. You guys win week 1, 49ers, that versus that defense. Offense has a great weapons, but shaky at quarterback. But if you guys can take over that game, beat them, good for you guys. I think that's perfect for the momentum.
But this is what can happen. The year before this year, we played the Bills the first game, and we beat them, and everybody's always crowning the Bills. So when we beat the Bills the first game, everybody thinking, oh, Steelers are great. And we suck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We suck. Yeah. We beat the Bills, but we suck. So what happened last year? We played the Bengals. Guess what happened? We beat them in overtime. And the Bengals, they were coming from a Super Bowl loss, right?
The year before that.
So the Bengals are a good team. They were good last year. They were good the year before. They're expected to be good this year too, right? So we beat the Bengals 23-20 in overtime, and probably a lot of people is thinking like, wow, Steelers are doing great. Come on. You know they suck though. They lost to the Patriots then and the Browns and the Jets and the Bills. Teams that are not even great. And then they beat the Buccaneers. And then they lost to the Dolphins, the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So we never beat a good team.
Yeah, I understand the Eagles one, but not the other ones. I'll give you a pass on the Eagle one.
Do you remember that?
I remember that game, baby. Don't make me bring it up. We could have a whole episode on that game, baby.
I was watching the game, and I'm like, they're going to test A.J. Brown because he is looking unstoppable.
Bro.
But here's the thing. A.J. Brown was making great catches, double team.
Yeah.
And with good coverage. But those passes were crazy. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, Hurts is looking good. The Eagles are looking good. Oh, no, they're looking crazy out here.
Yeah.
They're looking crazy.
And our defense that game, too.
They had to test A.J. Brown because he was looking like he was everybody's parent.
He was heat check.
Everybody's dad.
Yeah, he was heat check, man. He was out there. That game.
Embarrassing, though. It was embarrassing, though.
For me, the best games I've seen A.J. Brown go off, in my opinion, was that game and the game versus the Titans. You know, when he went back home and he had to play the Titans. Well, the Titans came here. I can't remember. I think we went there. I'm not sure. I think we went there because he was spanking the post with his towel and everything after he scored.
Who was throwing those passes? Who was throwing those passes?
Jalen Air Hurts. Sorry. From now on, I'm going to call him Air Hurts.
Bro, Hurts was crazy. Yeah, so other than that, once again, didn't make the playoffs. The same bowlers, bowling as usual. Fitzpatrick, Hayward, Watt, consistent players that I respect, and I have nothing negative to say other than love and respect. But yeah, another disappointing season.
Yeah.
For the Steelers.
And all that led up to the Super Bowl, which I didn't finish talking about earlier because that we leave that for the end. And to me, this is one of the most entertaining Super Bowls of all time. Not sure if it was meant to be like that by the Godfather. He had his hands on the field, made that feel a little. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna make any excuses to why we lost, but we all know that field was not the best field to probably play on. But with all that, I think we faced adversity. We had a turnover, came back and made sure we made up for it.
It was a great game. Man.
It was an awesome game. It was going back and forth. It was an awesome game to watch, man. I gotta say, I almost had a heart attack that game.
The Eagles were balling out. They balled out the whole game.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're facing one of the best athletes that we ever seen perform at any sport. Like, homeboy is different. He's different. Like, it's like a cheat code. It's like unfair. Anyways.
It is unfair.
It is unfair. So you got to give it. Like, Hurts had a great game.
He had the best game for a quarterback.
Number-wise,
NFL Super Bowl history.
Running and passing, insane.
Running, passing together, like, overall, he had the best game ever.
And that's the stats. But the eye test, those passes, bro, like, he was looking elite. Like he was looking like MVP. Well, he was kind of like the MVP.
If he would never get hurt, man, that's another argument we could have. If he doesn't get hurt, he's definitely winning that MVP. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the 2022 season ended. Eagles,
another ring for Pat and
Pat's Andy second Reed. Ring and second MVP, and
they did it without Tyreek Hill.
No Tyreek, just Travis and a bunch of bums. But they did it.
But they blocked.
They did it.
The last time they lost the Super Bowl, they couldn't protect Pat Mahomes. This time they did a little bit better, and we saw special team play changing the whole game.
It did. That one, man. If you just kick the ball, don't just kick it to where, like
somebody.
That was just horrible, man. Yeah, that
they got to do better.
I don't know how he's still on the
team.
Special
teams. All faces are important.
He's still on the team too. Aaron Sipballs is still on our team, bro. But it is what it is. All right, man. So that's the 2022 season for you guys. We're going to move on to some rumors and trades that happened the last couple of days, since our last episode. Isaiah Simmons got traded to the Giants for a 7th round pick, if I'm not mistaken, which is ridiculous. I thought Eagles could have bid on that. I'm sure the Eagles we got so many picks coming up. We could have used one to bring this linebacker because I felt maybe we could have used another linebacker on our team, but I guess we don't, or maybe Howie has another
7th rounder.
7th rounder.
Disrespectful.
Super. Trey Lance gets traded to the Cowboys.
Trey Lance and the Cowboys. Wow, great combination.
Trey Lance to the Cowboys, man. That is crazy. So he doesn't work with the 49ers as a third string. He turns up being a Cowboys third stringer. What do you think that means for Dak Prescott?
Pressure. Pressure. That's what I think. Pressure. Like, Dak don't need no more stuff around him. They got to leave that man alone because he already talking about he's not going to throw interceptions.
And he threw 10 already in preseason practice alone.
Yeah, but, you should not be telling what you're not going to do. You're supposed to be telling what you're going to do. You're not even supposed to say what you're going to do. You're supposed to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he feels the need of saying something about throwing less interceptions, what do you want, bro? A trophy? Bro, duh.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see you. I mean, nobody who's associated with the Cowboys want to see you throwing more interceptions. Yeah. It's like you're saying, it's like I'm saying, I'm going to work so I can bring some money to my house. Yeah. Don't throw interceptions, bro. You're the quarterback, and that cost your team. So that's just my point is. Yeah, bringing Trey Lance, I don't know how that helps him, to be honest with you, with his confidence or his, psyche. I don't know.
To me, I don't know what made him think that was a good idea. I mean, I understand you go get a quarterback that was on the team that beat you twice the last 2 years in the playoffs. That's what you go do.
You're just saying that because it sounds funny and you
for real. But that's the biggest thing that I see. I'm like, okay.
You think that's why?
Somebody put on Facebook, and it's all good. You guys are Dallas fan. I get it. But they put on a status talking about the Dallas led the league in takeaways the last 2 years.
I think the Cowboys, they led the division in scoring too last 2 years.
They were like the number one offense or something like that.
Right, right, 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But they didn't win like anything important, right?
Nothing.
Yeah, so it doesn't
They
matter.
lost to the same team one time at their away and one time at home. That's horrible.
The quarterback less 49ers.
It was who was up 40? It was Jimmy Garoppolo first, right? The first year, and then after that, it was Brock Purdy that took him out. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So, and obviously this is just a rumor, but they say that the Dolphins and the Eagles are the last two teams that are trying to make an effort to get Jonathan Taylor from the Colts.
Taylor's a monster.
Can you imagine if Jonathan Taylor goes to the Eagles, bro?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, bro. Like,
Swift and Taylor, call it Taylor Swift, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
It will be like cheating.
How is that cheating,
bro?
How would that be cheating? It's not our fault that we draft good and we happen to have good players for cheap.
Yeah, it's
it's not our fault.
It's for balance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like KD going to the Warriors. Like, oh really? You have a great team. You're just gonna throw a great player. You're great. Is Taylor great?
But I wouldn't say he's Kevin Durant great.
No, he's not. You're right. What I mean is Taylor great? Oh, okay. So he mid.
I think
Taylor,
he had a great season.
Taylor is just decent, bro. Who's better than Taylor? Tell me 3 guys.
CMC.
Chubb? Who?
CMC. I don't like him, but I gotta give it to him. That man is he's the mold for what you want your running back to be, catching and running the ball. I think CMC is probably the top guy other than Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry doesn't do too much catching the ball. He's more of a solid runner.
I think Taylor is more complete because you can just give him the rock.
Yeah.
Back to back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can
like
carry the load, but we don't need that though. See, that's the That's the other reason why I don't know we should get him because we're running
you're
back
gonna get him even when you don't even need him. So that's why I mentioned KD.
But it's what are we gonna get him for though?
The Warriors were already nice. They were great. They were great, and then you need like another great player.
It depends. It depends what we got to give up for him.
I don't blame them
because again,
I don't blame you for wanting him.
What are we gonna give up? Are we gonna give up enough for just a 1 year rental, or are we gonna give up enough because we're gonna re-sign him? Because it depends what we give up. Because if we're not gonna give up a lot, get him. What are we waiting on?
Maybe I'm being biased. I don't want you guys to get him. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I don't care about anything else.
You still want a chance to win a ring. I understand. I completely understand that. But
Taylor,
that has nothing to do with what I feel about my
team.
team.
The Dolphins, bro. Why would I want him in the Eagles?
Yeah, if he goes in the Dolphins, that's a bigger issue for you guys. You at least want to see him in the Super Bowl on that Eagles team instead of seeing him at
Taylor. I don't want to know
with the Dolphins on a AFC Conference Championship game.
He should go back to the Colts, though. That's what I think. That'd be good for everybody.
If you had to pick one right now that's not going to make the playoffs, and this is just a hot take that just came to my head right now. Hold on.
The Ravens.
The Jets, the Bills, or the Dolphins. Who are you picking?
We're going to talk about divisions, though.
No, real quick. Obviously that, but out of those three teams.
Okay, go ahead. Say it again. Now I'm thinking.
One of them.
The Jets?
One of them's not making the playoffs. Who's not making it?
Who? The Jets?
Jets, Bills.
That division?
Yeah. I'm not even counting the Patriots.
Dolphins are not going to make it.
Patriots are definitely not making the playoffs.
The Patriots and the Dolphins are not going to make it.
Definitely not making the playoffs. Just gotta say that.
The Patriots, but they might win the first game of the season.
No, they're not. Not maybe because it's Tom Brady Day. They might have a good game, but they're not gonna win the game.
You know that Illuminati magic.
Nah,
it's different.
Well, you know he's over there with
he's with everybody though.
Yeah, but
he's everywhere.
Tom Brady's mojo is with his team now.
The Raiders.
Yeah, he's the team owner too. He's partial owner, so his mojo's over there. So maybe they'll do something good this year with Garoppolo, and they got a solid team over there. No, they don't. No. All right, so that's it with news and rumors. That leads into the next conversation, which is our division leaders. So we'll just start off with that division.
Quick. Tell me what you have, and I'm going to tell you what really is going to happen.
All right, so So obviously, this is what we're gonna do. We got the 4 divisions. Obviously, we're gonna pick one division winner for each. Boom, and then we're gonna pick the 2 wild cards. Okay, from that same conference. So the 2 teams you think are gonna be the wild card,
right.
or 3 teams that are gonna be wild
3?
cards. So,
wow, must be nice. Must be nice.
You got Buffalo, Jets, Miami, New England.
Who you got?
Who's winning?
Who you got?
Who do I got?
Jets. I got the Jets.
I got the Jets winning.
Yeah.
I got the Jets winning.
Like, I don't think the Jets are going to go deep, like I said.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
They're going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, but they're going to make the playoffs. They're probably going to win the division. Yeah. They should. The Bills, they're like, for me, fell off. I'm tired of them.
Yeah. In Miami, if Tua keeps having concussions.
Yeah. Like, this is a sensitive.
Yeah.
This is a sensitive topic because I don't want to make fun of the situation. But it's dangerous, and that's like, you know, it's kind of touchy and scary. You never want to see anything related or anything close to what happened to him. So, you know, wish him the best. But this sport is wild.
It is.
If you are out there, prayers up. Yeah. Prayers up. So yeah, but I don't think that they are a better team than the Jets or the Bills, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right, so we got the Jets winning the AFC East. Now we got to the AFC North. You got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati, sadly.
So I had the Ravens winning the division just because, I try to be real. So, but now after seeing the preseason, and I know, trust me, I know the
it's
preseason.
Just preseason.
I know the preseason doesn't mean anything, but I was expecting a lot worse from the Steelers. So just the fact that once again they didn't get blown out and that they are looking decent, I feel like and the chemistry between in the offense, I think that they are gonna end up winning the division. And this is not just me being a Steelers fan, because you know that I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna call it how I see it.
Yeah.
But I was gonna get the Ravens. Pick the Ravens just because healthy and motivated Lamar with a few weapons that he never had. That should be explosive offense. Though.
Okay.
But still, the defense, the Steelers are looking better. And forget the Ravens. And the Bengals.
So you got Pittsburgh winning?
I got Pittsburgh winning. Yes.
All right. So you got Jets, Pittsburgh.
I got the Bengals. Don't even have the quarterback, but that's what you're gonna.
It's all good.
Haters gonna hate.
Well, I think we're gonna have the same teams. I just got Pittsburgh as a wild card, not winning the division.
Oh, okay. You're so nice.
So they're still gonna be within the playoff picture.
We're thinking the same thing. We just don't have the Steelers winning the division.
You think Bengals are gonna get the? You think Bengals are gonna?
What's the other division, bro? What's it like?
All right. So we got the AFC South. We got Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Houston.
That's a division nobody cares about, but they're saying Jacksonville should win the division. I'm gonna go with that. Just because
Houston rookie quarterback,
so suspect.
Indianapolis rookie quarterback. Tennessee might also be playing a rookie quarterback. If not, they're playing Tannehill,
That's a joke.
Excuse me. Which I don't think is any better than the other two. So Jacksonville for me.
You know, we talk about Dak and Kirk, and that like fifth tier. Yeah, underneath that's where Tannehill is. And Tua.
Tannehill shouldn't even be on any of those lists, but that's another conversation. All right, so he got Pittsburgh, he got Jets, he got Jacksonville, and now we got AFC West, which is Kansas City, Chargers, Vegas, and Denver.
We already know the Chiefs are going to win. So who do you have for the wild cards?
Wild card, I got Pittsburgh as one. What do you got?
Ravens.
Definitely nobody from the South.
Nope.
This one might be more interesting than we think this year, just because we're giving Kansas City the runaway.
I'm just gonna give it to the Chargers because once again, Herbert is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, like the next Peyton Manning or something like that. So at some point, and they have pretty good weapons on offense. I think it's a decent team. So with three teams going, I feel like the Chargers should at least make it.
Okay, so that's Jets, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Kansas City. Then you got the Chargers, you got the Ravens, and then you need one more.
And I'm going to go with the Bills.
The Bills over the Bengals?
The Bills over the Bengals.
You think this is the year the Bills are actually going to do something then?
No, they're just going to make the playoffs, but they're going to lose again.
Over the Bengals?
Over the Bengals. Over the Bengals.
So you're telling me Joe Burrow's going to have a worse year than Josh Allen?
So you telling me that you're the Bengals #1 fan?
I'm not.
That's
all I'm
what
saying,
he sounds like,
all I'm
bro.
saying is that
That's what he sounds like.
when we did our top tier of quarterbacks, Josh Allen was not in that top 5. Joe Burrow was. That's all I'm saying. And he was on that top 5 for a reason. So that's all I'm saying. But that's
Really
your
good point.
that's yours. Your list. You know, you're the one got to live with
Thank
it.
you. That's say it again though. Say it with your chest.
That's
Who's
your
this?
list, and you got to live with it. All right?
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
So yeah. So
What's up with you? What do you have?
I got the same thing. I got Jets winning. I got Bengals instead of Pittsburgh. Then I got Jacksonville, Kansas City. Then I got Pittsburgh as my wild card. I got Baltimore as my wild card.
Okay.
And I got Cincinnati as my wild card. I
Okay.
got 3 teams coming out the AFC
Okay.
North.
I respect that.
You know why I'm picking that? Because that happened last year in my division. So I know it's possible. Sorry, Buffalo. You guys might be a 10-win team that doesn't make the playoffs this year. They might be that team.
I'm always hating on them, but you, wow.
They might be that 10-win team that doesn't make it. Because you got to think about it. The Jets are going to win games, dude. The Jets are going to win games. Baltimore's going to win games. Pittsburgh is going to win some games. They're looking good this year. I'm hoping. I'm putting a lot on Pittsburgh this year. All right, so that's my side. That's the AFC for us. That's how we're going to call it right now.
That's it.
Now we're moving to the NFC. Boom.
All right, so NFC East, I have the Eagles. North, I'm going to go with the Packers. On South, I'm going to go with the Saints.
Yeah, I agree.
And then West, 49ers.
So I agree with everything other than the Packers. I'm going to give it to Detroit this year.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Detroit. So I got Philadelphia, Detroit, New Orleans, and 49ers. Who are your 3 wild cards?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I'm going to go with Detroit. And I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Panthers. What?
Panthers.
Detroit, Panthers, and who was the other one?
No, wait, hold up. I'm gonna change.
Okay, I was about to say.
And I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Giants?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants instead of the
Detroit
Panthers.
And
Cowboys.
the Cowboys. Okay.
Yep.
So you got 3 coming out the East
people
again.
coming out of the East.
All right. So obviously I got Philly. I got Detroit. I got New Orleans. I got San Francisco. And then my 3 wild cards will be, I'm going to give it to Seattle 1. I'm going to give it to the Giants. And I think the Cowboys fall short. So I'm going to throw, this is going to be crazy. I'm going to throw Chicago in there.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's all good though.
I got Chicago over Dallas. I got Chicago over Dallas.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Chicago spent some money this year, bro.
Yeah.
They spent some money and they got rid of that #1 pick and got some, I don't want to say they're crazy weapons, but they got better weapons than they had last year.
The New York Yankees spent a lot of money too, though. You see, and the Mets, they spent a lot of money. You see, bro, the Bears. Anyways, I like the Bears though. They might do something like the 5 years from now, but yeah, that's okay. The Cowboys. The thing is, like NFC looking so suspect. There's like 2 teams.
Yeah,
that's it. And you know, after that, somebody has to win. Like there's 7 teams, not 2.
That's true.
But yeah, I like your picks a lot.
So for this next, that was our division leaders, and that's who we got. You can laugh if you want. We're gonna come back and look at this halfway through the season, towards
like,
the end of the season.
Ed was right. How did he do it?
Yeah, I got to give my boy Ian some credit, man. We might have to get you on this episode, on one of these episodes in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You got to get you in here, talk your smack. But with that being said, that's our division leaders. And I just want to recap. This is going to be super fast. Our last preseason game. He's going to tell you what he thinks about his team. I'm going to tell you what I think about mine. What I thought about mine was nothing. I went to the game. I enjoyed the experience. I seen all these players that are not going to even touch the ball or even be on the Eagles team this year. Which I thought was, I guess, good for them. They were trying to, get some tape in case another team picks them up or in case they want to show something before they get cut. But a lot of those players that I saw on last Thursday will not be on the team. So
Right.
it was kind of a waste of my time. I didn't see anybody I thought, not even any of the rookies. Maybe Sidney Brown was there maybe. Terrell Edmonds is not a rookie, but, solid player. But there was nothing, bro.
But
it was not worth it.
You went for the experience and just the repping your colors.
That was what
there.
was worth it. Yeah, and I bought this chain right here.
That is fire.
And this chain, I'm going to be wearing it when the Eagles win. So every episode the Eagles win, I will be wearing that. So that's going to be and I'm going to have a flag. I might have a flag too. I gotta throw around at the beginning of every episode if we win, because shout out to LaShawn McCoy on Speak. It's something I saw him do, that's
McCoy,
it's
he's
the
a
Eagle.
clown.
Hey, it's a Philly thing, man.
McCoy
It's
is
a Philly
clown.
thing. You feel me?
He be talking smack on TV.
Quick, any notes you got on the last game? How'd you feel?
First things first, preseason. So you're not gonna give too much credit to that. And we were playing the Falcons too, so
Which was
I don't know.
It was a shutout though. I mean, it was still 24-0.
I don't know how I feel about that team. That's another sad team. I feel like just like the Cardinals, they're gonna be like hard to watch. So they didn't get blown out, so that's good. They actually blow out the Falcons, so I'll say that it's a positive thing. And we're ready for real football now. So
we are ready.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad that they look good, winning all 3 games. I don't care about that. I just like that I'm seeing chemistry in the offense, the O-line, which is the most important thing for me. It's looking decent. It's looking better, and they're playing. It looks like they're playing Steelers football finally.
Yeah, I think that should transition to the regular season, even though, and the reason I say that is because y'all starters were playing. So it's not like you just had a bunch of backups playing or whatever, and you guys won 24-0.
Those are the guys that we're going to see.
You guys had the real guys in, and the chemistry, again, they might have not been playing the starters, who knows, but they were out there doing their thing and still making connections, catching the ball, making the passes.
They did what they were supposed to.
They were out there playing good football, and they won that game. It's preseason for whatever it's worth, but you got to give them a little bit of credit. Never want to get too high on it or too low. But I think what I saw as an Eagles fan for the Steelers on preseason, you guys definitely look a lot better. And I kind of like what you guys got going on. So hopefully it carries on.
Looking better. This is the best they look in a long time. And once again, it's not necessarily always about winning or losing. It's just the way that you conduct yourself and being professional and you just effort and playing hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what makes difference. When you see teams playing like that, the talent is not the most important thing. It's just chemistry and the effort that you put out there.
Correct. And yeah, man. So from that we're gonna move on to other teams and their fans, which is gonna be a big part of our show. So obviously we both have matchups week 1, Steelers 49ers, Eagles Patriots. We're looking for a 49er fan and a Patriots fan that would like to come on the show to talk a little shit and to basically, we have a fan portion of the show where we like to get the fans' point of view on how they became a fan, their best fan experience, and then obviously football's on. So the trash talking is going to be real. It's not going to be crazy, but, it's going to be fun. And we're looking for 2 people.
We're going to keep it friendly, of course. Everything is love and respect. So, yeah. But we're gonna talk some trash. We're gonna ask you some questions. We want to know what you think, how you feel about the situation with your team, and what you are thinking what you think is gonna happen in that first game. So basically, that's what we wanna talk about. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a 49ers fan, and we're also looking for a Patriots fan.
We might have a Patriots fan. Not sure if they're ready for the spotlight.
Yeah, we don't know. We had some names, but we don't know if they're ready for the fire.
They might be.
The heat. So
they might be.
But we'll find out. So if you are interested or if you think you're ready, let us know. You can comment on Facebook or you can hit us up and let us know that you want to come here.
What ways you can hit us up? You can email us at the Steagles Podcast at gmail.com, or you can go on our Instagram, The Steagles Podcast, or on Facebook, The Steagles Podcast. And then you can comment on there, or on YouTube, The Steagles Podcast, and comment there as well. Either way, you can get in contact with us and we can make this happen. If you can't make it here live because you are not in the area of Delaware, slower, lower, what I like to call it, you can always call in, which is also 100% fine. That is, as long as we can get your opinion. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but if you really want to be part of it, hit us up. We're gonna make it happen.
Indeed, we are.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yes. So, with that being said, don't duck the smoke. We're here for it. I hope you are too. So you already know, this is the Steagles Podcast, where we talk all Steelers, all Eagles, all NFL. We're going to catch you guys on kickoff week with our 4th episode, and it's going to be fun. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be fun. We're looking forward. I hope you are too. Thank you for watching. This is our 3rd episode. We'll see you then. Thank you.
Pause.